Hey everybody, this is Angelique. Now be sure to press the notification button so that you can get all the videos that is allotted to you from this channel. Now let's get into it. There, what you see in this video is a girl who said to a hairstylist that she was ugly. Now, there may be several influences out in the world that would tell you that you're not good enough. And this happens through life, and the main goal is to take your focus off of yourself and place it on the things that you dislike about yourself so that you can go out and buy products and give out your money and go into debt. That's what those things are for. Now, when you're a little younger, it might be different. There might be influences. People in school who's trying to make you feel less than a person so that they'll feel better about themselves, knowing that they have low self-esteem as well. So, let's get into it. So, here's the video. I'm just going to play some of it, okay? And I'm going to cut it off.
So ugly.
What? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You are so pretty.
Okay. Now, I just wanted to show you just a piece of the video. Okay? Just a little clip of this video. Because I want you to see the child in the video. And this is the thing. Society will tell you certain things about yourself. This person hasn't been on earth long enough to go within. So, any influences that she has or views are from the outside focus on deflected onto her. The residue of the negativity of society. And not only that, how companies want you to buy their products. They'll make anybody feel like they're not good enough. And when they make you feel like you're not good enough, some people that have low self-esteem or low self-worth and focus on the wrong things in life, they'll go and seek it by shopping, and they'll ruin their credit, or they'll go into debt. But these people have their money. The corporations have the money. So from the time you're born to the time you're on your deathbed, they will always try to focus on advertising towards you or try to get you to buy certain products. So therefore, they'll make you feel like you're not good enough so that you could buy products to feel better about yourself. But in this case, she can't just go somewhere and buy a product and change herself. But she did talk to an adult that she felt that she trusted. She felt comfortable with this woman enough to say, "Oh, I'm ugly," which is far from the truth. See, we were made perfect before the foundation of the earth. If we could get this person here to see herself as God sees her, be thinking differently. And it seems like she accepted herself as ugly because the world probably told her she is. Now, what the solution for this? Well, the lady had a pep talk with her. And I thought it was a lovely pep talk. And the parent or the relative who has watched this video could start now by making, if I was this girl's relative, I would make cards. The cards would have affirmations. Because this girl is believing she's ugly. Someone told her this. Somebody made her believe this. I see generation after generation that's happening. It really needs to stop. But there's things that we can do to help. If I was any relative of hers, I would make colorful affirmation cards. Affirmation cards are the best. She needs affirmations. If she got up every day and had a morning routine before she went out to school or anything, she should be made to repeat these things over and over again. I am beautiful. I am perfect. And God may be perfect. God sees me as perfect. It's just you have to align yourself with what God sees you as divine, as perfect, as beautiful. She can repeat these words. I am beautiful. I want you guys, I want my audience to say these things, to repeat them. Man or woman, boy, girl, any color, creed, any background, any religion, say it. I am beautiful. God made me perfect and sees me perfect. And made me perfect. From the beginning. You see? Now, if this girl were giving these flashcards, you see, we give people flashcards in school. Flashcards to memorize things, the multiplications and everything. And I remember when I was in school and I didn't really know my multiplications that much. And my dad gave my sister and I flashcards. Now, he went about it the wrong way. But this still got us to learn. He gave us these flashcards and said that if you don't memorize these, I'm going to give you a test, and if you don't memorize them to where you remember every multiplication answer, then you're going to get a whooping for each one you get wrong. So you know that had us learn the multiplications really quickly. So I thought that was so nice to share with you. Now, he's changed over the years. But when it comes to affirmations, you can write some affirmations down on some cards. It's not that easy. I mean, it's not that simple. What I'm saying is, it is simple. It's more simple than you think. But it's a long road to get there until something clicks in your mind. And that's why you have to do these affirmations every day. Every day, you can look back on these cards. And you just write some simple things like, I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am a loved being. I love that I hate my thighs. See, and there is a book that I will introduce to you in a future video, and it's called Loving Yourself. It's the best book I ever read. And guess what? I picked it up. I picked it up at a dollar store, of all places. You can find some really good books at the dollar store. This dollar store taught me how to love myself. I'm I always had my back. In school, there were girls that would pick on me day in and day out. But instead of looking at everything on the outside, I was mature enough in middle school to look on the inside. And then I said to myself, I will now allow myself to be disrespected in this way. And no matter what those people think, I am worthy. It was time for me to start loving myself. And when I made that mindset change, everything clicked in my head. I had hand-me-downs. We didn't need hand-me-downs because we had. Our parents provided everything. But they got to a point where they would tell us no. And they would tell us no because everything can't be a yes, or it should be spoiled. So they did not spoil us. I almost lost my train of thought, guys. But mainly, is this. You must focus on you. So it started with me, okay? I just remembered what I was going to say. I started focusing on me. I had these hand-me-downs where my cousins or my mother's best friends, their besties would her daughters would hand us down clothes. So we took those clothes along with some of the new clothes that we were given for school, and we matched them. I matched them. I didn't match. I went to school mismatched, with floods on and things. Not because we were poor, but because I didn't give a damn. But from that day on, I started caring about myself and focusing on me. And if anybody else didn't like it, then they could step. And so then I came into school. One girl was saying she didn't like me. Well, that was fine with me because I didn't care what people thought. I walked right past her and I looked at her. She doesn't like me. So what? Whoopie-doo. Now, I had no idea why people didn't like me. But when I made this mindset and there was a click in my brain, what happened was I started seeing myself differently. I started seeing myself as worthy. I started to love myself more. I started not to care what people thought. And this mindset projected onto the whole world. My best self. And when that happened, I came into school the next day. I made new friends. And, well, they were acquaintances, actually. I made new acquaintances. And, and another thing, those kids that used to tease me and didn't think I was worthy and talked about me badly for no apparent reason, they started to want to be my friend. They saw a difference in me, and they liked it. But I wasn't trying to impress them. They could come along, or they didn't have to. And I didn't kiss their butts or bow down to them. They just came along. Now, they might have been acquaintances, and they might not have been friends for long. But one thing they seen was a change in me. And it doesn't matter because within me, I had the power to change things. Even in middle school. This girl can use some affirmation cards. But what the lady, the cosmetologist, The words that she used were wonderful. I love how she gave this girl a pep talk and picked her out of the pit she was in. Now that how to Love Yourself book, it really helped me a lot. And there were some things maybe that I didn't really like about myself, or things that I had shut out because others didn't accept it. Well, those things that you don't like about yourself, all you got to do is say to yourself. You can even look in the mirror. You can write cards, or you can write a journal saying that, you know, I hate this about me. So, example, I don't hate anything about me now. Okay? Because I did the work. And it takes a lot of inner work. And I would like you to go on a journey with me to change some things and to detox too for my life. And I could be that example for you. But when I did this book taught me, it said, the things that you don't like about yourself, like if you don't like certain things about yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, tell yourself that you love yourself. You love yourself regardless of hating those parts of yourself. You love yourself for hating those parts of yourself. And you know what that is? That's acceptance. It will lead you to accepting yourself and those parts about you that you don't like. Then that brings you to the next step. And the next step is, once you do that, then you're accepting yourself, but those things that you want to change, you have been actively changing them now that you can go into acceptance. That's the same for anybody who wants to lose weight. That you have to accept yourself and who you are first. Accept that you're larger and that you have to lose weight. How are you going to solve a problem if you don't even recognize the problem, you see? So, I hope you got some things out of that. If you have anybody in your family who feels like they're ugly, or has low self-esteem, low self-worth about herself, she sees herself a certain way, outside influences are getting to her, you tell her to tell those people, no, I'm not that. And I'm better than what you're trying to tell me. Because it's going to come a time that you're going to have to confront some other people who's telling you these things. And once you do, they'll back off of you. Trust me. So, I hope you got something out of this. Pass it around to family members who may think like this. Now, again, I'm going to say, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. This is your host, Angelique. Ciao.